While more than 50% of Oklahoma City's population identifies as white, the next largest demographic, according to the 2020 census, is Hispanic, 21% and growing. What are their common goals and aspirations, as well as their struggles? Reporter Kennedy Sepulvedo joined us now with some of the answers. Kennedy.
Rich, of that 21% of Oklahoma City residents who identify as Hispanic, it's estimated about 90% of that population is of Mexican heritage. One of the biggest challenges this group of residents face is access to the Consulate of Mexico.
Welcome to Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma City Community College recently welcomed the new Consul General of Mexico for this region to their campus. Ambassador Carlos Ignacio Heralt Cabrales was appointed to the Consul General of Mexico in Little Rock, Arkansas last month.
We protect Mexican citizens, we promote trade commerce, we develop political relations with the authorities, and we also offer the traditional consular service to the Mexican community, for example, Mexican passport.
Better access to those services is one of the most pressing issues facing the Hispanic population, according to community members and leaders.
So what's been happening is people are having to travel to Arkansas from Oklahoma to be able to get their work done, their business done, whether it's matricula consular, whether it's citizenship information, resident information, things of that nature.
Could you imagine living in a foreign country where, the closest U.S. embassy was 5 hours away or more, having to miss days of work or, trying to get very few, opportunities to be able to schedule an appointment?
This has been a reality for many Latinos and Hispanics living in Oklahoma. While Oklahoma has a consulate of Guatemala, Spain, Switzerland, Uruguay, Romania, Japan, Germany, and France, many Hispanic or Latino Oklahomans have to travel hours out of state for services.
Then you add now increased gas. You also are assuming that some of our community members have a car that would get them there. Some of them would have to lease cars or have a neighbor or somebody in the family take them.
Because it's done Monday through Friday.
Yeah.
Take off work, go over there, and more than likely rent a room. So then there's cost involved, and then it's possible you may not be seen that one day.
However, a solution to the issue is in the works.
One of the studies that we did a few years back, there's more Mexican people in Oklahoma than there is in Arkansas. So it makes no sense for the consulate to be in Arkansas and not in Oklahoma. And over the years, Oklahoma has grown so tremendously, over 500,000 Latinos in the state of Oklahoma. Many, probably 90%, are Mexican. And so it makes sense for them to be here.
And that's the plan. A consulate of Mexico could open in Oklahoma next year, but the Consul General urges the community to be patient until that happens.
I believe that we are walking in the right directions toward the goal to opening a new office in probably next year. Nonetheless, we have to be cautious about that. Opening a new Mexican consulate in the area is not an easy job.
The big things have already happened. The Mexican government has approved it, so has the United States approved it, and so has the Oklahoma state approved it. So those are the big deals. Now it's the details.
The new office will improve access to services and open the doors for economic advancement.
There's $7.9 billion of buying power in the Latino community in Oklahoma. And so that's a big number, and it's growing tremendously. So as the consul comes in and more business is done, there's more money that will be spread around in the economies.
The office would be beneficial for Mexicans living and working in Oklahoma, but other Hispanics and Latinos will still have to drive out of state for their respective countries' consulates. For example, Luis Rendon used to have to drive to Houston, Texas for the closest consulate of Venezuela.
Since I think it was 2018, 2017, when things kind of got wars between Venezuela and the U.S. Everything just broke, and now they're closed, and it's difficult for us.
Venezuelans living in the U.S. must risk traveling to another country to renew documentation such as passports and visas.
Like I said, to go to Mexico, get the new one, but what if they don't give it to me? How do I come back here?
Or they have to fork over some cash to get appointments set up.
My mom had to pay almost $500 for somebody to get her the appointment in Chile, in the consulate in Chile.
Despite that, Luis is trying to strengthen the ties between the Hispanic community and Oklahoma. He spends part of his week as a part-time employee at OETA, but on Saturdays he's the color analyst for Los Sooners, the Spanish broadcast for OU football.
For me from South America and be able to kind of be a little bit of a bridge to the Spanish-speaking community here in Oklahoma and in other different places like Argentina and Chile or Mexico or even Spain that listens and follows college football as well as NFL. So it's really a unique experience being part of OU, and football, like I said, is like almost a religion for us. It's just so big.
As Luis acts as a bridge between communities, Oklahoma City Community College is bridging the gap in a different way. OCCC will host this year's Oklahoma City Fiesta Patria Festival on September 18th. The largest celebration of Hispanic culture in Oklahoma kicks off Hispanic Heritage Month and celebrates Mexican Independence Day. On Wednesday, it was announced the Oklahoma City Foundation awarded the Foundation for Oklahoma City Community College with a $25,000 grant that will assist in funding that festival.